Boom, boom. This is Ken, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. All right, we got a little bit of Bleach Immortal Soul up today. We got a finishing up of the battle event, so make sure that you purchase all of the items inside of the limited time and exchange shop that you want to. Grab some Omni Shards, relic sources, get some of the shards for some of these characters. SSR characters, good characters, so definitely something that you might want to look at as well. But we do have the Gacha event up as always, so 21 day, 31 day, whichever order you want to do it. That'll maximize your obtaining of the actual Omni Shards, which is of course the name of the game. You get Omni Shards, you get some tokens, summon tokens, and a few other things. It's something to take part in. It's very quick, it only takes a few minutes to do it, and you can get all that. And this event will be ending, of course, it's a 2-day event, so you want to make sure that you're participating in it both days. The final part of it will be up for 3 days, so you'll be able to be up. But you want to do it you want to do 21 day, because one phase of it resets. So you definitely want to make sure so that when this resets, you'll be able to you're actually going to get it twice. Because see, if you do 30, that fills it up, but this will reset, and so you'll be able to do it again. So the next day you want to do 30, and that figures into the total here, which is right here. So if you want to do it up to 100 times, you can, but there's really, the tokens, unless you're going to be purchasing tokens, but you can do 50 without having to. They usually space it out so that you'll have roughly about 50 tokens each time that they do it, so that's enough for you, and that's what you want to do, because that's the final level to need to be reached to get the actual Omni Shards, which is what you're going for. But if you have more, if you've got a lot of them, like I have pulled 60 sometimes, just to get the actual summon tokens, but you go to 80 if you want to get some, if you're in real need of awakening essence. If you got a bunch of them, like if you missed one of the times they had this event, you probably have maybe 100. So you could easily choose to do it 100 if you wanted to, but really the max, the minimum you want to do is 50, and you'll be able to obtain all the rewards from that. Other than that, there's really not a whole lot going on at this particular point. I'm just in the process of saving up my soul jade, so that the next event that comes out, we're gonna have to start focusing on 7 stars. I pretty much got everybody's at 6 for the main team, except for Starkus at 5, but I'll have him at 6 shortly. And then I'll be, and I've got the second War Soul slot filled. You want to do that? I would suggest doing that before you're going to 7 star. There's no use, you'd really need to, because you need to start focusing on the bulk War Souls, what I call team War Souls, and that's these second ones. You want to get the War Soul of healing. You want to get the War Soul of silence, okay? Because these War Souls affect the entire team, okay? The War Soul of chaos. So, and it even affects the team even when the person who's wearing it is not being used. You don't have to actually deploy that character to get the effect from the War Souls. So these are, see, all characters in the bag. So this it's a way to do that. Increase all characters, including characters in your bag. Okay, so you want to be searching for increases all characters, including characters in your bag. So you want to be purchased. These are only obtainable. These are only allowed to be applied to the second War Soul. You can't apply them up here. Okay. These War Souls, they're combination War Souls, which means they require the shards of characters to actually complete. So you need to have the character shards. So you have to have Soifan shards to complete this, so forth and so on. So they're combination War Souls, and they can only be applied to the second slot. So you have to open that second slot, and it takes some shards of the character. So if I wanted to open up this slot, I would need some shards for your core, and you can use Omni Shards. They don't have to be his shards. You can use Omni shards, and you need a little bit of Awakening Essence, which is why you want to gather some Awakening Essence. Otherwise, you won't be able to do that as well. And once you open them up, and then then you just use the shards of these other characters to actually make these that affect the entire team. And it's a big jump to your BP, so you want to make sure that you start doing it, but you have to open up those second slots. So I would suggest doing it. You can do it. I would suggest doing it after you 4-starred, because once you 4-starred, you've got the passive. Your rage is active on 2 stars. Your passive is active on 4 stars, and then I would just. It's not a lot. It's only going to be like 15 to 20 shards to open up that slot. Okay, so just open it up. You can start using it immediately by sticking in combination war souls, and just stick those in there and get the big buff. Okay, and then start focusing on taking them up, and that's what I've that's what I've done. Most I opened up some on. I was a little bit late. I chose to do it at 5, and I had some issues by doing that because I needed that war soul of healing, and that made all the difference. Once I applied the War Soul of Healing, I'm able to finish the story quite easily. Just blew through 28, 3 stars on the first try. Did not have any trouble whatsoever doing that. So that War Soul of Healing is exceedingly important. But that allows you to get some good, excellent targeted healing because it automatically goes to whichever character is the lowest every 3 strikes. So you get healing, and you don't have to replace one of your attackers or one of your tanks or one of your supporters with a healer, because in this game the healers don't really do a lot of damage. Unohana does virtually no damage, or Hime does virtually no damage. Christmas or Hime doesn't do any real damage either. I mean, she has a basic attack, but even Christmas Nell is probably the closest you're going to get to having somebody who heals and attacks at the same time. But again, they're not. When you get up into these levels 27, 20, you need attackers and tanks to keep you alive. So having a way to get healing, targeted useful healing, while not having to remove an attacker from your lineup is just a plus. And it made all the difference in the world for me. I was having trouble surviving, and the minute I put that War Soul of Healing on, maxed it out, none. I haven't had any trouble whatsoever surviving since I applied it. So it's definitely something that you want to look at in terms of that. So keep an eye on that, and make sure that you do apply it. So start applying those War Souls on the second combination War Souls on the second portrait of characters, and you definitely won't regret it. Now, in terms of team comps, you should already have a team comp set up. Some of the new characters coming out, the Zanpakuto characters, they're pretty good. But, it's again, having to build them up and stuff. They really don't give you a lot of mats to focus on that too much. So basically, we're still in a holding pattern. We're still waiting for chapter. I'm sorry, I blew through chapter 27. We don't have chapter 28. We're hoping it'll come out sometime. And we're hoping we'll get some more elite stages because, like I say, I've defeated all the elite stages with 3 stars. So I'm pretty much maxed out in terms of everything that I can do. So we're just hoping to get some new content. And we'll just have to wait and see when that happens. So they're talking about some stuff, but still haven't seen anything as of yet. So we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, so get in there. Definitely want to draw on that today. It only takes a few minutes. Just get in there, go into your tokens, and just go into your gacha. As you can see, I have 32, so I'll be able to do the 30 tomorrow, and I'll be able to get the 50, and I'll get the Omni Shards. So that's all this event pertains to. All right. So thanks a lot for watching. Remember to subscribe. Once you've subscribed, you'll see the bell. Click on it. You'll get notified each time I drop a video. Also, remember to like and share the video as it helps the channel immensely. Ken recommendation in the corner. Signing out.